What I'll do first, I'll just go through the mower we use for cutting the cricket square with. This is an old mower. It's a Matador, Ransom's Matador. Most groundsmen would be pretty familiar with that. It's got 6 blades on it, and we use that for just cutting the square with, nothing else, cutting the square practice areas. And we usually cut at this time of year to about 13 mil. It will go lower than that, but that's the height we use for cutting it at this time of year. In the winter we go up to about 1 inch, and we're cutting the squares, especially with climate change, probably about sort of once a week in the winter months. Right, this is our main weapon of attack for doing wickets. It's a Ransom Surtees. It's got 12 blades on it, so it's a very fine cut. We have it reground every year. Maybe sometimes if it's getting very damaged we might have it done mid-season, just so it's really cutting precise. And we start off cutting our wickets at about 1/4 inch, and then we, depending what the captain wants, we start taking it down. We can leave a bit of grass on, take it all off, depending on the attack of the opposition really. But that is the main wicket mower. We bought that from Godfreys, and we got that 2 seasons ago, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's what we call a fatch away machine, but what it does, it vertically cuts the grass. So opposed to that one where it's cutting the grass standing up, that will cut the grass standing the other way and gets every little bit of thatch out. And we run that across the square once a week to stop the ryegrass actually clumping. If you imagine ryegrass, it grows in all directions, and that will stop the clumps. And when we prep wickets, we keep going over that to get every little bit of undulation out, every bit of thatch, every bit of grass that's growing over, all the dead debris out the surface. And to me that's been a godsend, and that come from Godfreys, and really pleased with it. Right, we acquired this about 2 years ago from Godfreys. After Godfreys helped us out for 2 years, giving us a mower for nothing, we decided it was about time we bought something off them. So first of all we got another mower, a 1200. That's now gone to Beckenham, and then this is like top of the range mower, and it's basically got groomers on it. You can take it down to as low as about 8 mil. The groomers on this do a similar job where they cut the grass vertically, and you've got the mower blades cutting it horizontally as well. And it's a lovely machine. It's we've got a service contract with Godfreys, and they come and service it once a year, check it all over, and we've had no problems with it at all. You think of the outfield as a bowling green. I'd like the ball to roll across an outfield without any undulations at all, smooth, quick, and that's what we're trying to achieve with this. You've got to think that's exactly what you're trying to do. Get an outfield the same as a bowling green. With climate change and the mild winters we're having, we're basically cutting the outfield once a week. So we'll take this up to, it's set at 11 mil now, and we'll probably take it up to about 15 mil in the winter and keep cutting the same. Changing the directions of cut, because we don't need to keep the basin in the winter, so we'll probably cut diagonally so the grass doesn't all go in one direction all the time. The outfield's actually lower than the square, because I've tried to achieve very fine grass in the outfield. For actually, I think it's better that the finer grasses are drought tolerant, so they can actually take a lower cut from the square, which is ryegrass. And that's what we're trying to achieve on the outfield, just finer grasses.